Hello people, namaste and welcome back once again to my channel. It's lovely to have you all back here for what is going to be a differently special reading because this reading is all about Dhamma. Well, if you're someone who's familiar with the teachings of Buddhism, with the path that Buddha taught, this word would be very familiar to you. But it's very likely, even otherwise, that if you're someone who's been guided to this reading, to tune into this reading, you are someone who is likely very attracted towards Buddhism or Buddha or the teachings of love, peace, non-violence, which are a true part of Buddhism. Or you're someone who is already into Buddhist meditation, or someone who is very attracted and tempted to start Buddhist meditation, or something about Buddhism, Gautam the Buddha, and the path of Dhamma is truly attractive to you. So if you are one of those, then this is the right space for you, because this reading is going to bring you guidance from the Divine Ascended Master Buddha about something which you really need guidance for at this point of time. So I have already set my intentions, as I always do. I've already shuffled the cards and picked out these 4 cards that I was guided to for today's reading. So here in these 4 cards, there is at least some piece of guidance for every one of you who's tuned into this reading, some guidance special and relevant to each one of you if you've been guided to this reading. I will be very shortly taking the camera closer to the card so that you can have a closer look and pick out one card that you are truly guided to, which holds the guidance for you today. But before that, what I want you to do is just go deeper, just take a pause and go deeper and think about one issue or one area of challenge which is really on the top of your mind right now. And I'm sure you wouldn't have to think about it. As I said, it already would be there at the top of your mind. Something which is an area of struggle, challenge, negativity right now in your life, in any aspect of your life, which you're struggling over, battling over, or which is just creating a sense of disharmony and ill ease inside you, which is not truly harmonious at this point of time. Just think about it and set an intention. Ask the divine Dhamma beings, ask the divine Ascended Master Buddha to send you the sharpest, clearest, most insightful guidance and clarity, which will truly help you be able to transcend this problem, this area of challenge at this point of time in a way which is for your highest good and deepest well-being. All right, so let's start this with an invocation to the divine enlightened master. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. I invite you now to go ahead and take a closer look at each of these cards, and don't take much time, don't think too much, don't overthink it. Just whichever is the card, whichever is the picture or the colors on the card, the image of Buddha, whichever is drawing you most instinctively and quickly, that is the one which holds the guidance for you, and you will know that. All right. So guys, here are the cards for you to have a closer look at, these 4 cards, with this one being card A, this one being card B, card C, and card D. And one of these cards holds the guidance for you at this point of time today for whatever issue you wish for clarity and the highest guidance to flow to you for. So go ahead, pause, take a deep breath, and without overthinking, just pick the card which you are most instinctively, intuitively guided to, and we will move on into the guidance from that card for you. All right, guys. So for those of you who were guided to select this card A as guidance from this beautiful, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous deck, here's your guidance coming through. Hold on. I'm sure you have the doubt or the challenge already on top of your mind for which you sought guidance, and here is your guidance. Self-acceptance, guys. That's the first clear key term for you guys. Let me read out the brief writing here on, and then we'll delve deeper into what I intuitively feel is coming through for you. So it says, to be beautiful means to be yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself. Once you accept who you are, you don't have to struggle to be someone you are not. You are truly free to fully explore the talents and special gifts that you were born with. Use these special gifts and skills in the service of other people and the world. Your purpose in life can only be flourished by your self self-acceptance. So, and this is a cultivation card, so which means that this is your guidance as a quality for you to cultivate, which has to be mindfully, carefully, with love, with focus, to be concentrated upon, to be cultivated. So this is self-acceptance is a virtue, guys, and I cannot stress this enough, that there is not enough self-acceptance in us. There are not enough of us around who are truly practicing self-acceptance. We live so much in judgment of and harsh criticism of not just others but also our own selves, and that's where the problem lies, that we hold ourselves, by to the standards of the world, by the standards of our peers, by the standards of our parents, or by the expectations of the society, the culture, our boss, our workmates, our colleagues, the people we run into all day long, so our neighbors. So, and that is where the problem lies. So I truly feel that for those of you who've got this guidance card, I truly feel that something is going on with you, which will be kind of made lighter if only you can truly accept yourself. So either there's some kind of judgment involved in the situation or challenge which you're talking about, or there is guilt, or there's a combination of all of them about yourself or about others. And remember, when you are judging or judging others, or being judgmental towards them, there is always an element of judgment about your own self which you are not really looking into. So I feel there is something which you feel is, you want to change inside yourself, or maybe something which is truly troubling you, something you hate, dislike yourself, and if you could, you would just wring it out, you could just scrape it out. And that is not the way. What you are being taught is to love yourself unconditionally, accept yourself unconditionally, which includes and especially includes the parts of you which you do not like, which I also talk a lot all the time in my videos, especially on shadow healing. If you're someone who has not heard out that video, and if you're a Hindi speaker, because this particular video is in Hindi, the one I recently made on shadow healing, I do suggest you to go ahead and completely hear it out. So I feel you are, struggling with some aspects of you which you feel you don't like, which others make you feel bad about, lower about, belittled about, humiliated about, or lesser about, or unworthy about. Or there is some part of you, even if others don't actively make you feel that way, there is something inside you which compares yourself or compares your situation or your talents or your ways of being or your achievements in some way with others, which is creating disharmony and misery and suffering inside you, because you are trying to measure your being, your worthiness, your worth, your life, your happiness constantly on a measuring scale with someone else or with something else, or with something which you have been deep inside you, some shadow part of you, subconscious part of you, which has guided you to believe this is not an acceptable path, this is to be hated, this is to be disliked, this is to be shunned. And you know what? You can never become who you truly wish to become through the light, the highest, grandest version of yourself, if you do not look at first, acknowledge the parts of you which you feel you hate, you don't like, you judge, you're harsh about, you're too critical about. Because only through giving love to those parts, accepting that those parts of you, and accepting that the areas in your life where you commit folly, where you were not able to live up to your expectation, they are parts of you, they were meant to be the way they were because they were teaching you lessons. The lesser liked parts of you, the more so to say, the more livelier, the more positive, the more sunny aspects of you, they're all together, they make you. The dark parts and the lighted parts, they're all you. So you have to be able to truly accept who you are. You are different from everyone else. You are a precious part of the universe. You are not cut out in anyone else's image, not were nor were you meant to. So you are this way because that's how God, that's how the light, that's how the source wished for you to be made, according to the blueprint you selected at the soul level in this birth to live the lessons, to learn the lessons you were meant to for your highest good. So everybody else has different lessons going on for them. You can never be their way. They cannot be your way, right? So self-acceptance, guys, this is the moment you accept with yourself, with whatever follies, whatever disturbances, whatever aspects of yourself you're comparing with others, you accept yourself wholly, truly love yourself and say, I accept myself for who I truly am, and the parts of me which I feel are a deterrent to my growth and all, I will lovingly work on those parts, but I will not hate myself for having those, right? So I truly feel, and this is truly something which will bring, I truly feel this will bring transformation for you. This is a lesson you can truly embrace at this point of time, and it can cut away a lot of the chase, a lot of other things you are, forcing yourself into, simply because you're not accepting your life, your talents, who you are, your needs, your desires, the way they are, the way you are, and then working from there, instead of being conditioned or being led or being forced by some conditions, circumstances, people, and expectations outside of you, right? So this is a very, very important lesson, guys, and I am sure that this will bring light. I have no doubt of that. All right, so let's move on now to those of you who selected this beautiful card. This is card number 2. So for those of you who were guided to this card as the guidance insight for you in your challenge area right now, which you have in your mind, here goes your guidance. Pure livelihood. This is a beautiful, I feel, beautiful card. It's a purity card. It says purity card. So it means this is something which is a pure way of being. It's part of, because in essence, we are all pure. So when we indulge in things or ways of being which do not flow from the purity, from the undivided, unblemished purity of the source, then we create impurity, we create defilement, we create suffering and miseries in our life. That's the guidance. So this here is about livelihood, and I feel that definitely for most of you who have picked up this card, this question, this challenge, this struggle could be something related to your livelihood, your career, your job, your profession, or your relations with others within that job, maybe your superiors, your bosses, your colleagues, or some struggle, some challenge you're experiencing, some stress. And or it could be, the larger struggle of livelihood that some of you are not sure if, your heart wants to follow something, do something, some kind of work, but you're not sure if you can leave a stable job, or you're not sure if you should start what your heart is set upon, or there's some kind of confusion or some kind of doubt. Now, doubt could be because of society, because of expectations of others, or doubt in your own self, whether that's right or not. So this is like, for whatever your situation is, this is like a reconfirmation, right? That your livelihood has to be something which flows from you, which you are meant to do, like it's your sole purpose. Like for me, I feel that yes, the work that I now do as a healer, and even doing this tarot reading, this is something which has always been part of me. This is who I am. This is the work I'm meant to do. It's part of my soul work, and it's part of my soul purpose, and I couldn't feel more fulfilled in anything else when I do it today. So let me just read now this guidance, and what it states here on the card. It says, your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart give yourself to it. Inside each of us, there is a longing to do work that helps others experience greater happiness and joy, work that builds a better world. Consciously choose not to harm others in your work environment, and endeavor to find inner joy and job satisfaction in your employment. Know that the love you put into your work will inspire personal growth. So I feel strongly again that, of course, this is something to do with career or work, larger life purpose, larger work, soul work that you're meant to do, without which you're feeling unfulfilled. You might be feeling currently unfulfilled in the current work, job, business, whatever you do, because that's not fulfilling your soul, or or maybe you're feeling stressed or miserable because in that work you're being guided to do things which don't make your soul happy, or you're being guided into behavior which is not the most highest vibrational behavior, or maybe you are indulging in behavior over competitiveness or low vibrational means to get over your competition or your competitor, others, not high vibrational ways, or jealousy, or over ruthlessness, or backstabbing, or gossip, or doing anything to get a promotion, or sycophancy, or not honoring your truth, not speaking the truth, not because of fear of disappointing people who might hold the keys to your work, or who might whose favor you need. So whatever this is, this could be something which you're indulging in, and it's guidance to not do that, to make sure that the work you do allows you to be in as pure a state of action and being as possible, because anything lesser will not serve you, will create misery for you. Even if you feel at this point of time it's creating success or whatever, it's very short-term way of looking. Long term, it will not help you. So this is the guidance to make sure that the work you're doing is truly the work which brings you fulfillment and joy, and which you can do with fulfillment and joy. And when you do it, you can give all your heart and soul to it, because you don't wait for when it's going to end, or the day is going to finish, because you love it so much. It flows from you. And that is also the highest way in which you will be able to honor yourself, honor all others, because we all have a need, right, to be able to connect with our God-given talents and skills to the world, to be able to serve others and the world in some way through our God-given talents. So this is your guidance for that. Make sure that you ask yourself, what are those talents? And if you're ignoring them, or even if you're in a job which is already, you don't mind that, you like it reasonably, what are the highest talents in that job you have, which you haven't really paid attention to, or which you would like to honor more or develop more, such as maybe you get better leadership skills, or someone is maybe more technically minded, and or someone likes to work more quietly in a quiet environment. They don't mind hard work and dedicated and patient work, but they just don't want large groups. Or maybe someone has the gift of speaking and speech. So for that person, it could be with large groups of people, where they can speak, where they can take tutorials, or maybe where they can do group sessions, or maybe they can do counseling, or whatever it is. What is the talent even within your job which can help you, which if you work upon, it can help you pick out the area of your job which honors it, right? So that kind of thing. So pure livelihood, the purity. Our work is not just to earn money. Our work is a huge part of our life, and it has to be ethical work. Whatever we do, it has to be in whatever worldly way possible. It has to be something which allows us to feel fulfilled, joyous, at peace, not just with the material abundance it's bringing, which it will eventually bring, even if it's not right now. But if it's something which truly serves your soul, you do with heart and joy, this is what you're meant to do, it will eventually connect you to the world. So there might be a little path to it, a little longer wait for it, but that's how it is. So don't worry about that. And if you're already doing something like that, or whatever else you're already doing, make sure you're being ethical, make sure you're honoring your work and your worth and your values and your talent, and you are connecting in the highest way to others around you in that environment. Whatever work you're doing, you're serving others. You're not, suppose you're in sales, you're not trying to be smart, you're not trying to be be deceptive just to get business, just to get work. You're honoring others. Your work is creating joy and truly serving someone else's good in some way, even if you're earning from it, but you're giving back truly and wholly and honestly, whatever it's worth, right? So that's your guidance, guys, and I truly think it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now moving on to the second last card, and card 3 or C, for whoever selected this one. And this is beautiful. It's like a Zen image of peace and tranquility. So let's see what this states for those of you who picked this. Karma. Wow, that's a big one. So let's see, it's obvious, but let's see what it says, and then we'll delve a little bit deeper into it. So what it states is, the more you practice karma, the more you will discover that you are the master of your own fortune and the creator of your own destiny. In its simplest form, karma implies cause and effect. Karma can give you the courage to look deeper into your past actions and take full responsibility for life as it is unfolding, knowing that you planted the karmic seeds in the past. Flowers or weeds, fortunate or unfortunate, they are all there with you. And this is a contemplation card, which means that this is some area, something, karma, the quality of karma. This is the universal law of karma, rather. This is something you have to contemplate deeper into, meditate upon, in order to truly allow its guidance and its wisdom to integrate with you. So guys, what I truly feel is that for some of you, whatever you might be going through, which led you to pick this card, whatever your question, whatever your challenge, your struggle, is something to do with karma. Something is happening with you which you don't like in some aspect of your life, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, material. It could be with a relationship, it could be with work, it could be with some general hardship of some kind you're facing, or a general struggle. So it has to do with karma. Now, what most of us forget is that karma is, what also creates luck. So it's, if we feel that somebody else is, being more fortunate, and there's somebody else is always lucky, it's, luck is also created by our past actions. If there is something that we cannot make sense of at this point of time in space, you can be sure that it's connected to past actions of past lives, and a past time, since we've been here since eternity. So there is no other way. And when we have a lot of storage of that good actions, fair actions, right actions in some time or the other, maybe the same birth or other births, it comes to us as a bag full of luck and good fortune, and then we just say that this is just plain lucky, or plain good fortune, which I don't have. We forget that luck or lack of luck is ultimately it's like part of the cause and effect of our own actions which we sowed at some point of time. So here is a big deep and clear guidance for you if you are in this kind of a cycle, caught in this loop of accusing or suffering or blaming or feeling bitter about something or bitter at life. This is clear guidance for you to accept it and to go deeper within, and to know that nothing good or negative, so-called, could be happening with you if it were not a result of cause and effect of something connected in the long unbreakable chain of cause, of thought, of action, right? So it's cause which continues to perpetuate consequences. There is a cause, there is an underlying reason of karma, some actions in the past. So contemplate and accept that just like we accept good things when they happen with us, and we don't question why they're happening with us, we just feel joyous and we feel better than others. Similarly, when not so good things or lesser things in comparison to others, or hardships happen to us, we must accept responsibility for that too. That is the lesson of karma. Accept responsibility and ask for what guidance it holds for you. What is it that you can do? What is it you're meant to learn? Often there's nothing for you to do except to accept and learn the lesson that it is meant for you to, that it guides for you to learn. If somebody is behaving badly towards you, or if you're facing hardships of some kind in your work or anything, so it's something is connected to that by in ways you would, then don't try to analyze, because you will not be able to make sense. It's not always at this point of time or with the same people from whom you're facing that negative karma. So you will not be always able to analyze. What you can do is introspect deeper, ask for guidance, accept it, say that you accept that you must have done something, or not knowingly, unknowingly or knowingly, through words, actions, thought, intentions, with brought this about, and you accept responsibility for it and ask for guidance to be able to now learn the lessons. And the best way is to sow positive things. If something negative is happening to you in some aspect, just do something positive. Be positive, where if and focus on the areas where you feel, you will know, your conscience, your heart, your higher self, if you tune in, will guide you unfailingly of the area in your life where you have been wrong or unfair or unjust or unkind, towards people or towards events or towards their situations. You will know where you lacked empathy, where you lacked fairness, or where you were just concerned with your own well-being, or just concerned with your own profit. You will know. So start rectifying those areas. Even with a tiny little step, it makes a lot of difference. One step begun is a huge work done. So don't sit and wait. Begin today with the cultivation of the right changes in aspects of you which have been negative in the past. begin that today, and slowly you will start seeing effects in your life. But don't analyze the how and when, because that's beyond your control. So that's the deepest guidance for you guys, and I'm sure this will come in handy throughout your life. Begin today if you haven't, and if you already had an idea of this, well, this is confirmation that yes, this is karmic, something is karmic. Don't try to resist, don't try to battle it, don't try to change it, don't be bitter about it. Accept it and ask for loving guidance. Look into yourself and the guidance will come, and work on parts of you where you feel you can be more fair, more loving, more filled with empathy, where you can honor yourself and honor others, where can you be more just, and life will definitely in some way or the other bring back the same energy to you. What you send out is what comes back manifold to you, remember. So start working on that today, right? And with that, we come to the final card for today, the final Buddha guidance card, guidance by the Divine Ascended Master and the Dhamma beings. And this is for those of you who chose this last beautiful card, or card D, card 4. So it says determination. So determination is your guidance, guys. Let me just read about it. I definitely feel this is for something if you're feeling in self-doubt, or if you feel you're failing at something, or you don't have the motivation, inspiration, energy about something, or you don't even know or not sure if you should pursue it any longer. Whatever aspect of something is tiring you in life because it's requiring so much courage, so much will, so much effort, so much resources, so much energy that you're tired and exhausted. So guys, this is your affirmation. You're not alone. There is help with you, but you will have to be determined about it. You'll have to practice this. Help is there, but you will have to practice determination. This is again a cultivation card, which means this is a quality which at this point of time, the Dhamma beings around you, the highest guide, ascended master, the Buddha, is guiding you to inculcate, to work upon at this point. This is the quality. You might have many other talents. Regarding what you've asked, you might have a lot of potential, a lot of talents, a lot of other good qualities, but because you lack determination, you lose. Or determination is what you lack for whatever your question is about. Determination to bring something to the highest logical conclusion, to end something positively, what you started, to fulfill something you started. Determination to end a conflict, to work towards resolution, or to finish a project, or to clear away the negativity on your life. Or determination to really practice Dhamma or meditation if you've started, because you keep, getting lax again and again. Or determination about an inspired intention that you have set, whatever it is. So, you do have the ability, but you might be lacking in determination. Let me read what it says. So it's again a quote from Buddha. It is you who must make the effort. The master only points the way. Right, there it is. So it says, at its core, determination embodies the mental quality of lasting endurance, the physical quality of healthy, vibrant earth energy, and the spiritual quality that comes with knowing you are moving in the right direction, right? So I feel with some of you, it could be self-doubt, or as I already touched upon some of those aspects, it could be any of those. So I feel if there's need of more resolution, greater will, and if it makes a difference, it's to you. Please know that you're not alone. You are being guided by your team of highest guides, by your highest self. You're not alone. They are cheering for you, they're rooting for you, they're pushing you, but the work has to be done by you in your physical human form, right? So this is guidance for you that, for whatever this is about, whatever you're asking about, be determined and see it through. Be determined to achieve it. Be determined to follow it through. Be determined to create it. If it's a higher way of living, also higher way of being, or if a higher kind of work, higher livelihood, something which fulfills you, or some other plans which you feel you really want, a way of life, a way of living, whatever this is about, be determined about it. Don't give up. Don't be in self-doubt. Don't fear. Don't hesitate. Know which is the highest way for you to follow that, and then follow it. Do it. Be determined. And Also, I must mention here, in the determination, don't be attached to the the results, to the final consequences, to the final results, because that can create, a lot of stress, and that is not the best way to do something. Your determination is just about that you will do your highest best and in the highest way, without lacking anything, without creating self-doubt, without becoming lax in between, or without becoming undisciplined. You will do your best, and the result are then upon divine grace for whatever this is about. Your action is your karma, or your karma is like what is you have in your hands. Rest is everything up to the divine, and that will also release you of attachment. Of course, attachment is another quality altogether, another not to say quality, but another impediment in Buddhism, which we will delve into surely in some other reading. But for this time, know that in determination, you only have to do your best and not be attached to the results of anything, of what happens finally, when you gave your best, you did your best, you didn't allow doubt or criticism or judgment or hardships to come in your way, because you're also showing how much something matters to you. How much you want to honor something and honor yourself, how much something you feel, how much something is worthy for you. You're also creating endurance, resilience, persistence. All these qualities are part of determination. All of them are being tested in this particular aspect for which this answer has come. So please know that, and I'm sure this guidance would have provided you already with a lot of inspiration right now. If you're feeling depressed, down in the dumps, in doubt, low in energy, I am very sure you would have felt truly energized and truly, fresh wave of inspiration right now for whatever this is about. Know you're guided, and know that when you take 2 steps, the divine will help you with 4 others. But you have to take that 1 step. As they say, God helps those who help themselves. It couldn't be more true than that, right? So, well, guys, those were all the cards for today. All these beautiful, gorgeous Buddha guidance cards. And I'm sure that for each one of you, irrespective of your different and completely varying circumstances, they would have brought some insight to you. Also, feel free, apart from what I have, the interpretations I've given intuitively and what the cards state, feel free to also acknowledge anything else which intuitively flowed through these cards, through the words in the cards, or through my words. You would definitely have felt specific guidances which your own higher self, your own intuition would have brought to you in relation to any of the cards. So feel free to integrate those also, even if I didn't mention them, or the cards didn't specifically mention those. So whatever this guidance meant for you in your specific case, you will know. So use it that way. Honor yourself, honor your inner knowing, and you cannot go wrong. So, well, guys, here was this beautiful reading, and please be back again on my channel for more content, for more spiritual videos and more tarot work. Till then, take care, namaste, and bye-bye.